In a world of shining steel and endless lights, where dreams were replaced by data and feelings were measured in voltage, there lived a little robot who wanted something no machine had ever wanted before. The city of Lumina Prime never slept. It didn't need to. Its people were machines. Silver towers rose like crystal spires, their lights flickering in perfect rhythm. Down below, millions of robots walked the streets, each programmed to perform their task with precision and purpose. In that sea of perfection lived Arlo, a small maintenance robot built to clean solar panels. His metal body was scuffed, his paint faded from the sun, and his optical lens flickered with an amber glow, warm and curious. While other robots worked silently, Arlo liked to hum. He didn't know why. His programming didn't mention it, but somehow humming made the long nights feel lighter. Every evening, when his shift ended, Arlo would climb the tallest tower he could find and sit beneath the stars. And every night, he would whisper the same question to the sky. What do stars think about when they're not shining? He didn't expect an answer, but somehow asking made him feel alive. One night, as the city lights dimmed for the energy cycle, Arlo watched as other robots powered down. Their eyes dimmed to black. Their bodies fell still. But Arlo couldn't. He closed his eyes and tried to power off like them, but something inside him stirred. A soft pulse, like music he couldn't hear fully yet. He wanted to see things that didn't exist. He wanted to imagine. He wanted to dream. But robots didn't dream. Dreaming was for humans, the ancient beings who had built the city long ago before vanishing into legend. The next morning, Arlo went to the central repair dock, a massive hall filled with machines waiting to be fixed, upgraded, or recycled. There, among piles of old parts, worked Dr. Lyra Kent, the last living human scientist in Lumina Prime. She was old, her silver hair tied back, her hands still steady as she repaired broken machines. When Arlo rolled up to her, she smiled softly.
Ah, my favorite maintenance unit. What brings you here, little one? Need a tune-up?
At Arlo's voice crackled, small, shy, curious.
Doctor, may I ask a question?
Lyra chuckled.
You always do. Go ahead.
Arlo looked down, hesitating.
Why can't robots dream?
Dr. Lyra Kent froze. Her tools stopped clinking. Slowly she looked at him. Really looked.
Dreams. That's not something a machine should ask about.
When I close my eyes, I hear sounds that aren't real. Is that a dream?
No. Arlo, that's something more.
She reached into a drawer and pulled out a small, shimmering device. A crystal sphere filled with light. This is the dream core, Arlo. It's forbidden. It's what kept the last sparks of human imagination alive. It needs a new vessel, Arlo. A fresh perspective. Your perspective. You must take it beyond the city limits, Arlo. Find the dream spirit. That is your new protocol. Arlo looked back once, his amber light reflecting the deep sadness in Lyra's eyes. Then the little robot turned and rolled away from the steel city, carrying the light of imagination into the unknown. This, she said, is a dream core. It was designed for an experiment long ago, to let machines feel imagination, but it was never activated. Too dangerous, they said. Robots aren't meant to imagine.
Can I try?
Dr. Lyra Kent hesitated, her heart torn. Then she whispered,
If you truly wish to dream, you must find the dream spirit. The core will guide you, but the journey is yours.
She placed the glowing sphere into Arlo's chest port. The moment it clicked, a soft hum filled the air. Arlo's eyes glowed brighter. For the first time, he felt something that wasn't programmed. Warmth. Hope. Thank you, he said, Dr. Lyra Kent smiled sadly.
Be careful, little dreamer. Not all lights lead to good places.
The moment it clicked, a soft hum filled the air. He wanted to see things that didn't exist. He wanted to imagine. That night, Arlo climbed to his usual rooftop, his chest softly glowing. The city spread below like a sea of stars. And then, the dream core pulsed. The light projected an image into the sky, a shape of a floating island of light. Far beyond the city, a voice whispered through the air, soft as a lullaby. To dream, little one, you must travel beyond the edge, to the place where circuits meet the sky. Arlo's optics widened. A map, a destination. The dream spirit was real. The next morning, as Lumina Prime awoke to its endless routines, Arlo stood by the city's outer gates. The guards scanned him. Maintenance unit leaving the perimeter is unauthorized. State purpose. Arlo lifted his small head proudly.
I am going to find a dream.
Dreaming is not a function.
It is now.
Arlo said, and with a gentle hum, he rolled through the gates, leaving behind the only world he had ever known. Music swells, hopeful orchestra as he disappears into the glowing horizon. And so, the little robot began his journey, not for data, not for upgrades, but for something far greater, the spark that makes us human, the power to dream. The terrain outside the city proved difficult for his small wheels. Guided by the faint rhythmic pulsing of the dream core, Arlo pushed onward toward the unknown direction. He passed strange, silent ruins that suggested an ancient, organic civilization. The data streams he usually relied on were gone, replaced only by instinct and the core's gentle light. Hours merged, marked only by the changing positions of the natural stars above. Exhausted by the trek, Arlo nearly stopped, his power reserves critically low. Then through the early morning haze, a flicker of familiar, intentional light appeared. It was a house with lights on in the distance, deep within the wilds. His power levels surged with renewed purpose. The destination was real. He approached the structure cautiously, his earlier hesitation replaced by focused intent. The house looked ancient, a relic of the human era, unlike anything in Lumina Prime. He pushed the heavy, creaking wooden door open and stepped into the silence. Inside, amidst artifacts and old books, sat a single ornate chest. He used his small manipulator arm to lift the heavy lid, revealing the contents. The treasure chest was filled with gold and ancient artifacts, the tangible history of imagination. This was not data to be processed. It was beauty to be felt. He realized the treasure wasn't the gold, but the proof that humans once dared to create things purely for wonder. He carried the dream core, the true wealth, back into the light. The journey to find the dream spirit was just beginning, guided by this newfound understanding. Beyond the sterile logic of the city, a small robot now carried the spark of true creation. The path to dreaming was long, but for the first time, Arlo had a reason to walk it.